Okay, hey guys. So this is just gonna be a little, like, mini-series, I guess, for the people that are following this stream. Because basically, it turns out I can't finish I can't even do Hakma's Meltdown this playthrough. Because by the time I unlock the requirement for it, it's day 45, and that's too late to do it. So that sucks. So I have to... I was gonna reset anyway, but I at least wanted to get all the meltdowns done. So now... God, excuse me. So now I'm just trying to get the last Aleph that I'm missing. And there's one of them. He's a pretty boy. Let me actually get you guys out of here. Before you do that though, I also got this thing. And I've kind of been cataloging everything, every abnormality I come across for the stream, so... Parasyte tree. A bud sprouted from the upper part of Parasyte tree, blessing the employee when the work is finished on it. The employees with the blessing enjoyed from increased work efficiency and mental health. Cleanpot counter decreased when repression work is done. There's missing an E there. Cleanpot counter decreased in a low chance when an abnormality escapes. Decreased when a work is done 5 times on other abnormalities while Parasyte tree is being neglected. When it reached 0, Parasyte tree forced employees to its containment unit and blessed them. When 5 buds sprouted, Parasyte tree turned dark and the employees who were blessed panicked. After a while, stems ripped through their skin and turned them into a sapling, which strikingly resembles the abnormality itself. They secrete highly contagious and fatal poison. They need to be immediately removed to decontaminate the area. It's got a pretty okay little gift. And another crossbow. We got a lot of crossbows now. Not loving this armor, but it's alright. It looks cool. Give my music back. This abnormality is made based on the idea of Tumblebug backer Pool 530. A tree with plentiful leaves. Those leaves with rich green color gives off a comfortable vibe. The flowery scent carried by a gentle breeze was refreshing. The employees who are contacted with the abnormality testified that it provided them psychological comfort. This is proved by the employees' increased efficiency in work and decrease in mental contamination. I thought it was just my imagination, but the voice sounded clearer and clearer as my body and mind exhausted. I can help you. Yes, you can help me. What am I wondering for? I smell the scent of flowers. They imported a tree. It was a beauty at first glance. I could smell the scent of flower even though there was no breeze or wind. My attachment for the tree blindly grew after I smelled that scent. I was very intuitive since my childhood. I could sense that this attachment is hazardous. I tried to avoid getting assigned to the tree by doing everything I could. I'll put it that way, just this once, okay? Jeez, did that tree do something to you? His banter flies over my ear. Did it do something? Yes, it did, and it scares me. A few days later, the junior, who was originally optimistic, has now become faithful to the work with a smile. I felt uneasy because the face seemed strangely comfortable. I'm looking good lately? Yeah, well that's because that tree is helping me out. He answered lightheartedly. From my experience of several years, I knew that there are only a few who can smile so sincerely while working for this company. That means when someone smiles, it was a sign of something went wrong. I felt unnerved and immediately reported to the superior. The answer from the superior came sooner than I thought. It was saying that I am to file an observation report of the abnormality because there are several abnormal behaviors related to this tree spotted in other employees, not only the one I reported about. The order forced me to contact this tree that I had been avoiding to the best of my ability. I knew I couldn't hand it over to someone else this time. I couldn't see a barren, naked tree that I saw the day it was imported. Instead, I saw the containment unit covered in grass that seems to be sprawling around the tree as the center. But a grass can't grow in the containment unit. This facility is completely inorganic. The moment I felt that something is wrong. Hello, have you come here to be blessed too? A voice echoed in my head. It was difficult to decrypt the content as the writing becomes heavily distorted from this point. I don't know how I wrote the observation report. What's certain is that I just wrote what I felt about the tree, that this beautiful plant is making employees happy and will contribute to humanity's quest for prosperity and advancement. But how can an abnormality be a good influence on humanity? I just want to help you. A voice without a speck of malicious intent echoed again in my head. Yes, it is just helping me. And if you're okay with it, could you bring your friends who are having a hard time? I want to help them. Yes, this tree will easily bring peace to their minds. Speaking of which, that newbie seems to be pretty depressed lately. I know a place that can make you feel better if you want to come along. She followed me without any suspicion. It was not hard to bring her to the tree's containment unit. I offered her to the tree. She will get better. You brought your friend. You were a good child. Let me gift you with something. I feel something sprouting in me. I can't move my limbs. No, it's not something bad. I am being reborn with the tree. The tree and I are becoming whole. Ah, I can fully feel it now. Well, before we do anything with Parasyte Tree, I want to see, hold on. I know I just brought everyone down here, but... or before we do anything with Mountain, I wanna see this tree. Feels a gentle breeze which can't possibly come from inside the containment unit. The sound of rustling leaves is incredibly tranquil. Most of the employees here are unhappy. They feel a great happiness to the smallest blessing. Incandescent blessing comes for employee Krizan. When the flowers of the blessing finally bloom from Parasyte Tree, then... oh, now you got a little sprout. I love all the cute animations in this game. I might have to push a meltdown before I can do this. Maybe not, that went pretty well. Yeah, I want to see what happens. Because I haven't seen what happens when, is Spore weak to light? No, Spore's weak to black. I keep looking over as if chat is on my other monitor, but this isn't live, this is just a local recording. Oh wow, you got, like, elf ears. Oh, is that what that is? It's my first time seeing that gift. That's kind of cool, actually. Hypocrisy. Oh, you don't... I didn't give you armor. Oops. So that's 4. Hopefully you don't go insane. Oh, he's gonna go insane. Yep, there he goes. Okay, so maybe not you. Ah. How the hell? Oh, why is the game not locked? Why is my mouse not locked? What the fuck? That's bizarre. Okay, I'll just have to be careful about that. It's like no reason why it shouldn't be locked. I don't know why it's not. Huh. I don't know what to do about that. Uh-oh. It's not cute anymore. Sapling. Oh, there's another one up there. These things have a lot of health. For what they are, for keys. Yep. The mountain's mad. So yeah, that's Parasyte tree. But for the main event, let's just get all our Alepps over here. And, oh right, Eris doesn't have Aleph gear. Let's throw Izzy in there. is looking for the smell of the body with many smiles. It waits for the smell of blood coming soon, keeping all the laughs of those who could not be seen here. Oh, no, Parasyte tree is upset. When Gregory, who was working inside, died, the Cleapot counter reduced. When a wounded employee entered the containment unit, Cleapot counter reduced. When the work result was bad, Cleapot counter reduced. When 10 or more employees die inside the facility, the Cleapot counter will be decreased. However, it did not recognize execution bolts. It's another one of those. This place is always like this, but just like any day, an accident of mass casualties occurred here. The reason was the same as always: someone escaped, and attempting to stop that escape brought on another escape, and luckily the department was sealed off before it could get any worse, and everyone died in the same place. It became a mountain of bodies, literally. This was something no one wanted to clean up. Normally it would have been taken care of within the day, but due to the horrific nature of the accident, the cleanup was delayed with authorization from the department Saphira. Don't ask me which department it was, I don't remember all the details. You know what, Dane, you can be in charge of keeping the tree happy. It's actually doing some good damage to her. When escaping, it is seen to be sensitive to corpses. Once suppressing, it is recommended to make sure no one dies because of it. If casualties do happen, try to keep it from the dead. If its suppression has not been completed on the previous level, you must be very careful to prevent any deaths inside the section where it is located. These are basically the same tip. When other entities spawn from its main body after escaping, simply reducing its HP to 0 did not completely suppress it. It will only be suppressed by attacking the main body after continually reducing its HP and removing all other spawned entities. Bodies left out in the open will begin to rot within a few hours. Most of the bodies were maimed one way or another, so they rotted even faster. I guess you don't know it yet, but most of the employees here are very good at cleaning up dead bodies. Cleaning up over and over will make anyone an expert, even if you don't want to be. Let's say someone you were just talking to about what to have for dinner died in a horrific manner. Now, rather than running away and vomiting, all that repeated experience will help you clean up instead. Ugh. Welcome to Lobotomy. Mountain of Smiling Bodies is looking for this. Okay. Smell of blood coming soon, keeping all the laughs of those who cannot be seen here. Is that all the flavor text it has? Okay, insight and attachment are very bad. Well, the mountain should have been removed quickly, but it remained in the department for a long time. Nature had its way, rotting, melting, and corroding everything. Tom still has a high result. Probably because he has so much health. The Mountain of Smiling Bodies, Aleph. The Smile Eye, HP and SP plus 5. That's alright. I don't really like the mask, but that's a solid gift. That's how it began, from the Mountain of Bodies. Amazing, huh? I got something else to tell you. The dead fused with one another, and they were all smiling. They shared body parts, at least those that were still intact, and became each other's legs and mouths. But this didn't mean they regained their consciousness. They had only one thing on their mind, flesh. When there's an announcement of someone's death, you must check to see if this thing has been quarantined. Once it gets a whiff of the scent of death, it will quickly move towards the smell. The smiling faces are strange and yet sorrowful. The more bodies it has, the more defined its shape becomes, and it's never satisfied. I'm telling you all this because we're almost there. Accidents keep happening here. Some may take the time for a moment of silence when a death occurs, but most would likely only say "again" and turn their backs. There's only one thing we did well, though, and that's quarantining the department. You see, I'm the only one left. Did you learn anything from this story? What kind of lesson can be learned from a story as horrible as this, you ask? It's similar to most fairy tales. The lesson is, don't be lazy. When my voice stops after exactly 3 minutes, come here and get rid of your colleagues. So even at minus 30, do you still have a high result, Tom? No. But I mean, common's not bad. Whoa. Why is he freaking out? That actually made me jump a little. He has a Cleapod up 2. He's weak to red. Wow, an Aleph that's actually weak to something? Endures everything else. That's some solid armor. Black resistant. Solid weapon too. Fast medium. A lot of black damage. I probably won't be able to talk soon. I'm about to swallow a large bomb. Time's running out. Blood is flowing all around here. I see all the smiling faces now, something you don't see much of around here. Don't be surprised when you hear a loud explosion. Like I said, in precisely 3 minutes, I'm sure a bomb this size will be able to suppress it. The last body to fall will be mine. Oh, because Tom was injured. Right, I didn't fully heal him. That's why I got angry. I kinda wanna let this thing out. Wasn't enough. There it comes. Let's get some of us behind it. Oh wow, we are destroying it. So if you have a lot of Aleph people, it isn't that hard to suppress. I want to see that third phase again, though. It only takes a few corpses. I think we just immediately fucked off. Oh! That hurt. Shit, whatever that was, that hurt. Right through the shield. Okay. So I imagine if you didn't have a million Alephs, he would be a little harder to suppress. But we do, so he's not that bad. I'm actually shocked Big Bird didn't get out. Okay, you two are in charge of Little Red, if she decides to get out. Does it only count health, or is it even SP? It just says injured. Okay, it's only health. So you have to be bleeding. Oh, now Parasyte tree is pissed. Oh, can I not actually send? Someone to deal with Parasyte tree? Oh, it wants medic. Yeah, you can just cancel it easily enough. So that's that. I don't need to bore you with my grinding and for these equipments. That's, yeah, again, I imagine if you get this thing really early, it could be pretty devastating. But, much like with the Silent Orchestra... Also, I read up on what the Silent Orchestra can do. On the 4th movement, it drains all of your energy, which I didn't realize. And during the finale, if anyone loses half of their total sanity, they just instantly die. Their heads blow up. So that's another one that could potentially be real dangerous if you get them early. But we're all decked out at this point, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, give me a moment. I'm going to pause this. And we're back. And just for completion's sake, here's this one again. It literally becomes the safest place on Earth. Fuck you, giant tree set. Before I reset again and try to get one of the other two Alice, let's see what this, let's just see what all of these are. So one Aleph, one other abnormality, and then one tool. Looks like a continuous use type. Hey Eris, get in here. I don't know if that's blood or rust. It kind of looks like blood. It's just a room. A shelter that fully shields from the outside world, including light. The subject who enters the shelter from the 27th of March becomes immune to all types of damage. However, the effect does not apply to damage caused by 00991. I don't know who that is. Also, their HP and SP will slowly heal from the moment they enter the shelter from the 27th of March. Blue Star, is that you? No, that's 93. 91. Shelter from the 27th of March. That's a very specific name. Little Red Riding Hood has escaped. That's not good. God, she's so fast. Now it was 30 seconds exactly, and then she escaped. Does anything happen if you just leave immediately? No, okay. So you're safe to... At least I don't think anything happened. Yeah, you can just pop out. The shelter still remembers that day. If the subject enters the shelter from the 27th of March while being pursued, they will become undetectable to the pursuer. I wonder if that means Little Red can't bust into there. Because that's Little Red's whole thing, is that she can just break into anything. Break into any containment chamber. Maybe not this one. Oop. Is that a clerk? Oh, the tree can grab clerks. Is anything else bad happening? Also, I got Mountain of Smiling Bodies equipment, and I had exactly enough PE boxes to do it. Oh shit, nothing there is out? Which could potentially lead to Mountain of Smiling Bodies getting out. Oh, this is more eventful than I thought it would be. The P Company wished to build the safest place on Earth. As such, the interior housed a large amount of long-lasting supplies, which would allow anyone who stayed inside to survive for a very long period of time. If a subject remains inside the shelter from the 27th of March for 30 seconds or longer, the Kleepot counter of the abnormality, of just an abnormality inside the facility will become 0. Such a phenomenon will repeatedly happen around other containment units until the subject leaves the shelter. How you guys doing? Did someone die? Yeah, the game would have told me if someone died. Eris, you're letting out all the monsters. I mean, Punishing Bird is whatever. Oh, that reminds me, I want to test that. Alright, Tom, I think you have the most health. Yeah, and the highest resistance to red damage. Go get the shield. I want to see if you can survive Punishing Bird. 230. But the shelter, while perfectly safe inside, alters the perception of the outside world to be even more hopeless. It literally becomes the safest place on Earth. Thanks to the shelter, the selected refugees were shielded from the ocean of screaming and bloodshed. I wonder if it's a cumulative 30 seconds, because it doesn't seem to matter if I cancel it. Alright, so Tom has extremely high red resist. He can survive it with the shield. Oh, and Punishing Bird just hits it once and then goes back to containment, I guess. So that's interesting. I mean, there's no reason to attack Punishing Bird at that point, but... Okay. So now I have to grind out day 41 again. And then try to get... I think we're only missing 2 Aleph at this point. We're nearly there. I have to do this again. But our list of Aleph gear grows larger. So yeah, that is the first of 3 of these videos that I'm going to do. And I'll see you next time for the next one. See ya.